ladies and gentlemen, students and scholars, teachers and trainers, professors and professors, those who are listening, watching from the field of science, arts, commerce and engineering, the most honorable President Prime Minister Modi ji, respected ministers and doctors, honorable advocates, advertisers, administrators and advisors, Reverend fathers and mothers, affectionate sons and daughters. I, Dr. Rakesh from USA, heartily, cordially welcome all of you. It is really nice time, nice place, nice section. We are appreciating our most traditional cultural values of this nation. That is the essential part of our study. Our fundamentals of our culture, history, society, that are really a part of knowledge, information for the worldly different cultures. In this month of June, on 21st of June, India performed at the international level, at the world level, as a nation of starter of yogas. India is not only the starter of yoga, but pranayama, meditation, yoga, asanas, these are the most traditional, conventional identities of our nation, by which our Indians are known. Indian holy motherland, respected, welcomed, thanked all the outsiders and foreigners. Time to time, when attackers attacked on our holy motherland, then it was the power of our native land, holy motherland, that it faced a lot of challenges and remained immortal, unperishable in the history of the cultures of the world. What a cultural message, a beautiful message, praiseworthy words, thoughts and ideas. We are listening from our President Prime Minister Modi ji, who is addressing, appealing, advocating and proving that our Indian national, spiritual, ethical, moral values are India's greatest treasure in the form of human values, social values and spiritual values. How we can make our nation independent? How we can imagine make in India, make for the world? Today, if we count Indian festivals, because all holy religions were created by the Indian holy motherland. All the scriptures that were written from the holy native land of our India. Numberless people on social media are working in the offices of the UNO, which is the greatest achievement of our nation. And they are recollecting their past by associating their heart and mind with the Indian soil. Indian fire, Indian soil, Indian sky and Indian water made them able to understand the presence, sense of mind with nature. Today we see that our national property, our national symbols, through our nationalistic and patriotistic thoughts are being returned by the developed nations because of the presence of the honest rulers of this nation. It is really a great heritage of this nation. Our forefathers, foretellers, forecasters, freedom fighters, they were independent. By the association with nature, they never cared any facilities, comfortabilities, luxuries. It was their lifestyle to fight for the right, to be friendly and familiar with nature, to be common, simple and gentle. In this revolutionary change, visionary change in the industrialized world, our Indian common man, layman, general man have become the greatest user of online transactions, live programs, online programs, which is the recordable achievement of our nation. By maintaining different natural disasters, by facing different kind of environmental and atmospheric diseases. Not only India faced such diseases, but India got winning. Our 140 crore people got winning from Corona. It is the greatest achievement of our nation, and it has set an example for the worldly people. Our India is not only the manufacturer and starter of such industries, but India is being expected explorer and exporter of the different fields of economy, politics, society, in agriculture, industry, railways, post offices, means of communication, transportation, banks and hospitals. Today India has become the manufacturing hub for the worldly people. All the defense equipments, electronic equipments, electronic devices are being manufactured and produced on Indian land. Today it is a really matter of great pride for our Indians. India feels proud when our manufactured goods, commodities, articles are provided at the world level to the different countries. It shows our association with our holy motherland. What a uniqueness and incomparability we feel. India is the exclusive country at the world level which showed its identity with yoga. But yoga means to associate our nation commercially, traditionally, conventionally. It is a great partnership that is making our nation stronger than before. This partnership is not the mean of make in India, but make for India. These are some of the greatest features of our nation. Today, in the advancement of science and digital world, we see there is a revolution in information technology. Historically, we have read that there was a time of revolution in industrialization when there was huge production of the goods were created by the foreigners, by foreign investors, and they forgot the nature. Consequently, resultingly, what was the outcome of the revolution in industrialization? It came in the form of First World War and Second World War. So India should never feel back, never should put away our national, spiritual, social and natural values of our country. With the change of time, today after independence in 1947, after this time India has taken 75 years of independence. India is celebrating today Azadi ka Amrit Mahotsav. Azadi ka 75वां Mahotsav India is celebrating today. In this revolution in information technology, we have become advanced. Our India is growing. If our India grows, it means world grows. And this thing ancestrally, historically, our Swami Vivekananda kept it in front of the people by addressing them, return to the Vedas. And in detail, he analyzed it that our Vedas are the most scientific property of our nation. Innovations in this modern time that we are using, these are also the results of our advancement in study of the Vedas. When we think about our past, Satyug, the age of truth, Dwapar, the age of statue, Treta, the age of Havan or Yajna, and this is the age of Dark Age. This age is known as Dark Age. When Sri Guru Nanak Dev Ji Maharaj born in 1469, he was the establisher of the Dark Age. He announced at that time that Dark Age has been started, and if something is valuable, precious in the world, that is the repetition of the words. In our all holy religions of this holy land, there are sounds provided to speak, listen, read and write. During worshipping in the different religious places, if we spend our time in our daily routine early in the morning with our holy scriptures, with the sounds of that words, then this repetition of the words keep us in present sense of mind. And we feel 100% present sense of mind that makes us a true listener, speaker, reader and writer. In 15th century, this was a remarkable change by the birth of Ch.R.R.Memorial Maharaj. In 1498, it was the discovery of India, and in 1600, English East India Company came in India for spreading out their business. But before that, William Shakespeare born on 1564. So such personalities, those who are the recognized and well-known personalities of the history, we read them as a starter, beginner and initiator of the different missions. By providing the freedom of thought, numberless discoveries, inventions was started at that time. Usually and slowly, by the change of time, 14th, 15th and 16th century period, we see a lot of changes in the age of science. Scientific discoveries were started and it became very common. At that time, in Reformation period, Restoration period, we find that this was the time of the regeneration of the literature. Different kind of literature was written at that time for the different kind of people. Actually, persons, those who were reading different type of scriptures just for their practice, now they were implementing fundamentally and practically what was being written in the Holy Scriptures. So, time and again, we appreciate that time when India started first struggle for freedom in 1857. Just after 6 years, there was the birth of Swami Vivekananda. It was also the historical period, revolutionary period for our youngsters, and we cannot forget such personalities. Works, actions of such personalities, words, thoughts of such personalities can never be forgotten. In between, there was also the birth of Mahatma Gandhi, 1869, who was the staunch believer of the truth and non-violence. Actually, these two principles that he adopted in his life, it was the cultural principle of our nation. Unity in diversity, which is also the cultural identity of our nation, and which is made by God, who came first on Indian land, and we see such type of glimpses of unity and diversity in atmosphere, environment, nature, and in the human body there is also the unity and diversity we find. Even in all the fields of hospitals, railways, post offices, banks, schools, colleges, agriculture, industry, communication, transportation, everywhere we find unity and diversity. And imaginatively, intellectually, we imagine that one hospital is inside the mind, one industry is in the mind, one administration is in the mind. Everything is inside the human body, and if we associate with the nature, with the different varieties of nature, with the colors of nature, then we become multi-cultured, multi-talented, multi-mannered. Because it is in the power of nature that fills us with our natural values, social values, spiritual values by which we are known. Dear friends, skillful India can be expected only in case of making our youngsters imaginative. This imagination is the best educational technology. Today, at the different social sites on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Google, we have become the expert user of such electronic social media. But something is electronic less, something is electron less, digital less. That is the knowledge of our holy scriptures. Whether we have become advanced in science, in this information technology, it is not beyond to reach, because our all ancestors, forefathers, forefathers, forecasters were and will, in present, past and future, remain omniscient, omnipotent, omnipresent and almighty. So what is the true aim of life? That is to obtain emancipation or salvation from the cycle of birth and death. And that is possible only by the repetition of the holy words. Repetition of the holy words makes us natural, takes us near to nature, and nature makes us common, simple, general. So, dear friends, let us read again, being a recreator, our social, spiritual values from the scriptures of the Vedas, that also was emphasized by William Wordsworth, who told to the worldly people, return to the nature. Why? Because nature never defeat, deceive, betray or cheat us. It is inside the human body, it is inside the mind, it is inside us with the soul, that our soul is covered by awareness, falsification, negativities, ego, erotic, false attraction, false affection have made us intoxicated. So we have to keep ourselves away from negativities for making our nation stronger. One doctor is inside and body itself treated by the different organs. God who has created this human life, this human birth, its aim is to achieve the highest goal of life. Our mind that God made us, it is really the super sublime and matchless creation of this world. How we can enhance the talent, manners and styles, even skills, by becoming, associating with nature. Nobody is outside who can cheat us. Nobody is outside who can deceive, But we have negativities, negative powers with us inside the human mind. But if we do yoga, pranayama, dhyan, asana, these things will give us soul power, spiritual power. That is the everlasting tonic to get success in any field. Our all religious starters, they say that, dear friends, if you imagine that our social media is so fast, accurate, natural, then how is the accuracy, naturality, speed, strength of the human soul? Human soul, which is according to our own holy scriptures, is immortal and unperishable. This body that is given by God is really, it is temporary, it is not permanent. But our actions, our deeds, our thoughts and ideas are permanent forever. So, Swami Vivekananda also insisted and stressed upon the thoughts. According to that, our English learners in language, literature and grammar, how do they start thinking? The concept of English that starts from intention to do action. Our intentions, our thoughts and ideas becomes the first step of learning, starting learning about the tenses. Tense means, according to English grammar, that is the name of change. Something changes according to time, place and action, that is called tense. So one action, for example, if I say, I am going to take tea, it's the first step of thinking. It's the first step of intention. That is called in English intention to do action. Second is, I am taking tea. I am taking tea. It's the continuous action without mention of time. Action is being progressed without bounding it into the time. Thirdly, we say, I have been taking tea for 1 hour. I have been taking tea for 1 hour. And we say it is continuous action with mention of time. Means the action is being bounded by time. In the fourth step we say, I have taken tea. Means this shows the perfection of the action. In the next step I say, I have to take tea. We count it in first action. I always take tea. It is all-time action. I take tea daily. I take tea every day. It is our routine action. And simply if I say I take tea, I drink water, I get up early in the morning, these things are the part of simple action. In our all schools, colleges and universities, our scholars or learners are being taught by providing them only the one factor of tenses. That is not the inventive, innovative approach of our teachers. So let us change according to time, place and action. We see how much changes the nature has, because nature is made by changes. Change is the name of nature. How many changes we see in the nature? That's why it's the greatest identity, fundamental identity of our nation, unity in diversity. If there are varieties, changes, how we make them one? One in all in one. It is the great feature by which we can provide a true identity of our constitution as well. So our natural laws, scientific laws, economically laws, mathematics laws, social laws are really a great social heritage, national heritage that are counted in the form of mega science. Today in our College of Education, in our schools, different institutions, universities in India and abroad, in California, Oxford, Cambridge, Atlanta, Harvard, there are many universities, those who are providing the degrees of research. Our academicians and research are busy in doing research on humanity, but they should never forget that Indian culture values are the fundamentals of all the academicians. All kind of branches of science, all kind of subjects of study that we are reading today, that has the base behind in the form of mega science, our holy scriptures of this holy land, our all holy books that we read, that we find in Hindu, Mohammedans, Sikh, Christian. There are different religious starters who wrote different type of literature with the nature. They spent their maximum time with nature. They made us common, simple and general. By feeling that our human body is made by air, fire, soil, sky and water. This is a common concept and daily we should never forget it, and we are never feel unavoidable and unchangeable when we appreciate our cultural values. So dear friends, everything in this modern world, in the transportation, communication, railways, post offices, digital world, banks and hospitals, industries and agricultural buildings, all are made by this human mind and copied from the structure of human beings. How God has created this body is universal body. This is supreme body, human body is supreme body in 84 lakh species. All other 84 lakh species are interdependent, but this human body that is created by God is really independent. So our present President Modi ji today appealed, addressed and advocated to the worldly people that we are to spend our time with nature, then nature will make us able to feel the presence of Lord or God, and that is the great need of youngsters, scholars and learners in the different universities in India and abroad.